Hello, everyone. I'm Serena Fazan, and you are watching On the Record. This episode is focusing on igniting change, surviving and stopping domestic violence. We have in the studio Tiffiny Newton, the founder of an amazing organization called IgniteHer, empowerment advocate Adrienne Tillotson, and now we also welcome Jen Clanton of, you have to say the name of it because I don't want to screw it up, Jen.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Largo.
I could say that like 10 times, right? Jen, it is so great to have you here. And Tiffiny said with IgniteHer, one of the things that she wants to instill is do something immediately to help. So tell us how you are helping people with your classes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tiffiny, for inviting me. So at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Largo, we have a dedicated women's only program that is called the Women Empowered Program by Gracie University Affiliation. And all of the instructors are certified, we're all trauma informed, and we are a worldwide affiliation. And it focuses, those classes focus on the 20 most common threat scenarios known to happen to women by meta-analysis of survivor reports and police reports. What are the most common ways that women are attacked? Because there's always kind of like a pattern, right? Mm-hmm. And there are two types of assailants. There are stranger and then non-stranger. And unfortunately, 3 out of 4 assaults that do happen to women happen by someone that the woman knows. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be a domestic partnership or relationship. It could be as simple as your boss, the bag boy at Publix who knows that you go shopping every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Could be the person at your gym. Someone that you have some sort of relationship with, you have a higher percentage of being attacked than a stranger. So we focus a lot on learning how to kind of spot those situations, kind of spot those pink flags before they become red flags, and then how to set boundaries with those two different types, and then having the confidence to enforce those boundaries, because a lot of times what happens with women is we're kind of indoctrinated into just be a good girl, just smile, just deal with everything, just be quiet, don't look at them, it'll go away, all these things. But that actually just fuels the assailant, right? It fuels the power.
100%. It's the control factor. Does the pink hair signify the pink flags?
Oh, yeah, we can say it does. Sure.
Well, that says a lot. So as you both sit here and you're listening to Jen, it must be resonating.
Absolutely. I wish I knew then what I know.
Well, you know now, right?
Yeah.
So Tiffiny, part of your packet that you have, so can you show that up? Like with IgniteHer, you can, I'm in all of it. So you have a lot of paperwork, right? Or a lot of brochures, I shouldn't say paperwork, brochures that you give to people, including Jen's empowerment self-defense.
Yeah, there's the Women Empowered Self-Defense, our information, and then through different organizations in the state, sexual battery, domestic violence and economic abuse, recognizing teen dating violence, is someone you love experiencing domestic violence, and Florida Domestic Hotline information.
And again, there's Adrienne, you would say too, there's so much help out there, but we need to seek it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much help.
Yes. And not be ashamed to seek it.
Right, and be able to speak about it. So Jen, when you're talking about all of this background, what is your background? Like what got you so passionate and interested in this?
I started jiu-jitsu about 10 years ago. My partner now was a brown belt at the time. I was not training jiu-jitsu. We started dating. And I had also previously had experience with a domestic violence relationship when I was younger, 2 years long, that I learned a lot from, right? And I actually never spoke about it until I met Tiffiny.
You're kidding.
And
really?
so I think she's kind of like the trauma whisperer.
Yes.
There's something about her that makes you want to, you just immediately trust the kindness, like you said, the kindness in her eyes, her kind of nurturing energy. And so when we were speaking about working together, she was the first person that I actually spoke to about it that was outside of my best friend.
Isn't that something? Now, so were you already working, though, in helping helping people, but you never shared your personal story? I never
shared my personal story until I felt safe enough to do so. And I actually saw a thing on Instagram a while ago, and I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said something about being authentic about the life that you've had so that others who need you can find you. And that really meant a lot to me. And since then, I've been speaking out and kind of sharing a little bit, because it is a very different path that I've taken by not sharing it, for, I was 21, I just turned 45. Wow. So it's a very long time that I kept my own silence, but I was training jujitsu, I was teaching women self-defense, I was empowering women, and I kind of always felt like it was not for me. Mm-hmm. I wasn't there to talk about me. I was there to help them and support them. But then now I'm finding that them knowing that I also experienced something, have overcome it, and am now where I'm at, and helping women and organizations also become certified with the Gracie Women Empowered program to help spread it more and more into the community and into the world is really the goal that we have, that we as women need to show up for each other to talk about the importance of this and really just eradicate violence against women altogether.
Yes, eradicate violence against people, right? Because sadly, there's men that are also in horrible situations like this. Mm-hmm. So, Adrienne, let me ask you, and I meant to ask you in the last segment, because you mentioned one of my abusers. So sadly, again, I have it's one of my abusers. So you were in a pattern, and Tiffiny, you see that, right? And so, and not a good pattern.
No.
So getting out of the pattern, do you feel like, IgniteHer, what Jen does?
All of it helps. All of it helps. I mean, I was already on my journey of healing quite a few years ago, but when you start to intertwine all of this in it and then give back, that's really what the healing is, when you can share your story, give back, and know that you can watch other women not go through the same thing.
Isn't it something, though, about the giving back? And with you, Jen, as you said, here you are teaching all these women, but not yet sharing your own story. So by just getting it off your chest, because as you said, Tiffiny, right? I mean, people can be, and you should not be embarrassed. There's no way this is happening, to me.
Yeah.
Do you feel even just getting it out is a huge step towards the healing process?
That's the first step. Being able to say, I went through that too. I can resonate with this part of the domestic violence, they have a whole wheel of domestic violence of that happened to me. If you could take a highlighter out and go around that power and control wheel of domestic violence, if you highlight even one of those, seek help.
You've been in it.
Yeah.
You've been in it. And most people think it's only a bruised face, a broken rib, something. It's way beyond that. I mean, there's so much involved in it. It's coercion, surveillance, the jealousy to protect you.
Well, that's what you said. Why is your dress fancier than when you and I go out?
Yeah.
Now is the question.
It's the cameras in the condo to monitor what I was doing.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
But how to get out of it safely, the safe exit strategies, I mean, hands down, that's the most important. We have amazing shelters. We have The Spring, we have CASA, we have Dawning Family Services, Hope Villages. There's so many amazing shelters here. How can we help the traffic to them, right? Getting people out of those situations. We don't want it to be a trip to the hospital that gets them out. We want it to be safety first, get out, and then continue your journey of healing. And that's where Jen and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Largo are instrumental in things like that.
Yes. And honestly, speaking out on the show, hopefully it's resonating with someone, or hopefully they'll share it with someone. Yeah. So Jen, for people that are interested at your place, how do you recommend they get in touch with you?
They can go to gracielargo.com, find
gracielargo.com.
Okay. We offer everyone a free 10-day trial so that they can take the classes for 10 calendar days, experience what they like. We have women's only classes, and we also have co-ed classes. We do have the largest women's program in all of Florida. We have a little over 100 women at the school that train with us. And statistically, jiu-jitsu is a male-dominated sport, but we have really taken the women's self-defense program to another level. And it's also because of the way in which we do it. And so Tiffiny had mentioned earlier, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of bonding experiences. We do a lot of social events with each other outside of class time, but also inside the class. Everything is go at your own pace, go at your own comfort level. We always partner you with another woman who has already gone through the classes of the day, so she can help new people with, the move, so that you're not kind of confused and not knowing what's going on.
And then sometimes someone just said to me the other day, they took a pickleball course, but they felt so intimidated. So the fact that you can feel really comfortable and have somebody there.
Yes.
Well, clearly we need much more time with you. So I'd like to say on the record, Jen, we need to invite you back and for you to actually show us something.
Yeah, I'd love that.
That would be so great. We so appreciate you being here. Adrienne Tillotson for, sharing your story. And Tiffiny Newton, finding IgniteHer. And a shout out to Mary Haben, who I love when viewers and people recommend, guests on my show. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And I would say to you, do you have a story to share? We love to hear from you. Please email us at production@redhousestreaming.com or connect with me directly on social media. As you see, I am everywhere and I do respond. Please do not miss our amazing shows on our free RHS TV app. It's available on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and so much more. Plus, you can always follow us at Watch RHS TV. And for sponsorships or advertising, please drop us a line at sales@redhousestreaming.com. We say that because we cannot do these amazing shows without our wonderful guests, and your support means everything to us. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.